Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. And it's not looking good. This doesn't look too good. Let's jump on over to missions quick, right? So, we have Dokkan Days here on the 14th. It looks like they kind of have like... Wait, actually, hold on, I'm gonna teleport down to here. This drops at 4 a.m. This might be when we're expecting, by the way, the banners to drop. UI Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta and the Super Saiyan 4s. Either this or just like right before this. Somewhere around this time is probably when we're going to expect the banners to drop. But this is dude, I don't remember this in quite some time during an anniversary where there actually is like not much here. Like, this is why yesterday, this is fine if we also have, like, I don't know, Int Majin Vegeta would be easing in here, and then also, like, the LR Tech Gohan and Goku from the Cell games, right? Like, if those boys were also here, like, yeah, it makes sense. But there's no EZAs. I was stunned, dude. Even last night, I was like, bro, they have to have something. But nah, no. All right, so... let's look at this. I guess we're kind of going to have a pretty quiet week. I mean, this stuff drops tonight. Well, a lot of it drops tonight. Well, except for, like, the Dokkan Day and the other stage. But, I mean, after, like, tomorrow, so when we hit the, like, 10th, it's just like, bro, we're just chilling for multiple days, which is crazy during the anniversary. Now, people would have complained a lot before this, but, like, that's normal. People complain during every celebration ever, right? But, like, this doesn't look good during an anniversary. Let's go through. So, we got the new Tamagamis. Their awakenings from the actual Tamagami event, right? I guess we could look at these boys now. So, they do have EX Supers. So, Tamagami 1's it's similar-ish to Super Saiyan 4 Goku. His first attack needs to be a super, and he needs to be at 12 key, and then he gets a 50% chance that it's an EX Super. Looks like he gets a 50% defensive stack, 50% attack for one turn, and then ultimate damage. Oh, ultimate damage on a free-to-play TUR, huh? And it's regular... Oh, wow, it's quite different. He gets a defensive stack on the EX, so it makes a huge difference there, yeah. 50% attack for one turn, 321% attack, 123% defense start of turn, 50% chance to crit, 15% damage reduction. All allies get 40% defense, and if they're Daima, 30% defense for 2 additional turns. Oh, damn, okay. For each Daima ally on rotation, 123% attack and defense, and 10% crit and damage reduction. For his first 4 turns, he gets 20% damage reduction and another 20% damage reduction before attacking. So he's that puts him at 40, 70, 85% damage reduction on a free-to-play TUR. He has 85% damage reduction before attacking. He's not guarding, though. After from his 5th turn, he gets 12 key, 123% attack and defense, and then he changes int or physical orbs into rainbow. So he becomes a rainbow orb changer. Okay. He gets 123% attack when attacking. I'm actually a little lost what it means by first attack. What? For 7, it just means for his first 7 turns, he gets 123% attack and defense and additional super. When he's targeted, he gets 123% defense. And if there's an enemy in the Dragon Ball Seeker or Daima categories, he gets 2 key, 123% attack and defense. He seems okay. I think the link set's going to be exactly the same before. They're just going to get Shattering the Limit. He doesn't seem too bad. Because a lot of the nastiest fights take place in this window. This is why I talked about adult Daima Vegeta's Adult Daima Vegeta's guard ability, not that good, right? Because, like, by the time it triggers on turn 4, it's the really nasty fights, except for, like, the Gamma fight. Like, we're already, like, probably wrapping it up by the time you get to turn 4. I'll need to see Tamagami 1 in action. Looks like potentially not the worst of all time. Here's Tamagami 2. He has an EX super attack as well. His is like Vegeta's. It looks like if he does an additional super, right? When a super is activated by an additional, there's a 30% chance it'll become an EX super. So it's like Vegeta's. It's like Vegeta's. And then he gets, 30% attack and defense for 1 turn. And then he gets a 30% attack and defensive stack, is what it is. Yeah, so 1 turn, and then this is permanent. Okay. And then his regular super attack effect is just 30% attack and defense. He gets 2 key, 321% attack, and 123% defense at the start of turn. 30% chance to dodge. He has a guaranteed additional with a high chance to be a super. He gives allies 1 key, 20% attack and defense, and if they're a Daima character, they get another 1 key and 20% attack and defense for 2 turns. Okay. That's not bad. For each Daima ally in the rotation, he gets 123% attack and defense and 10% dodge. So that'll bump us up to 60% dodge. For his first 4 turns, that'll jump up to 80% dodge. He gets 20% dodge and a guaranteed additional super. Then from his 5th turn, he gets 12 key, once only, 123% attack, and then he gets a guaranteed additional with a 50% chance to be a super. When attacking, gets 123% attack and defense. Oh, that's what that was. It's first slot in rotation. My bad. That's what that is. First slot in rotation. Yeah, my bad. This is second slot in the rotation. For 7 turns, he gets 123% attack and defense and a guaranteed additional super. And then if there's a Drungmul Seeker or Daima enemy, he gets 123% attack and defense. That seems interesting. Nice little support, and he could have up to 80% dodge. That's obviously good. Tamagami 2, like you could actually run Tamagami 2. Like, legit. Nice little support character with dodge. He's not bad. Alright, Tamagami 1 here. So, his EX super condition, it's exactly the same as Goku's, except it's 70% instead of 77% that Goku has. Looks like he gets a 50% attack stack. He gets 50% defense 1 turn, and he does ultimate damage to the enemy. And then his regular super is 50% defense for 1 turn, and then he does, Supreme. So the difference for his EX super is he gets a 50% attack stack. Okay. He gets 2 key, 321% attack, and 123% defense start of turn. 30% crit, 30% damage reduction, 40% attack for all allies, and if it's a Daima ally, they get 30% attack for 2 turns. Pretty good. For each Daima character in rotation, he gets 123% attack and defense, and then I believe that's crit, 10% crit. So that bumps him up to 60% crit. For his first 4 turns, I believe, again, that's 20% crit right there. And then he attack breaks the attacked enemy. Oh, it wants to run him in slot 3. Giving him an attack break, that could allow him to be very effective. One thing that helps Carnival Jiren, right, is that he has an attack break. So, like, his first turn, he's terrible, but he's got an attack break. So, like, if you're just going to hide him in slot 3, and then he comes back, and then, you go into a standby where he's got 100% damage reduction, right? Starting from his 5th turn, Tamagami 3 gets 12 key once, 123% attack, and then a 30% chance of an attack break, huh? Huh. Oh, yeah, but he loses the guaranteed one. So it goes from guaranteed to a 30% chance. Okay. When attacking, gets 123% attack and defense. When he's in the 3rd spot of rotation, For 7 turns, he gets 123% attack and defense and a guaranteed additional super. And then if there's an enemy in the Dragon Ball Seeker or Daima category, he gets 123% attack and defense. I don't think I like Tamagami 3 very much. Tamagami 2 is probably the best because we can just run him. Like, it's feasible to get multiple of his EX supers, although 30% is not great, right? 30% is the same super attack chance that STR Evolution Blue Vegeta has, right? Like, those are not awesome. But this guy has like a 80% dodge support character, right? Like, it's a little bit better. So, that's not too bad. So we have that. Here's the actual event itself. We do have some missions here. Might as well just go down. So there's Dokkan Day. These are more EX missions. Oh, wow. It's very... Instantly, you could tell it's very easy. Clear the stage 4 within 4 turns, 6 Daima characters, and no items. 0% chance it's hard. Score 8,000. This is the Daima Goku Dokkan event is what's the burst mode going to be. And then clear stage 2 of that. Dude, this doesn't even go live until the 14th. Clear stage 2 of the Rumble Clash Challenge event with a team that includes every typing with no items. Oof, so that means that's probably not going to be hard either. And then clear stage 2 of the challenge event and 8 turns or less. But again, that doesn't drop until the 14th. Here's just some 11th anniversary missions. Complete runs with GT Hero and Realm of Gods. Those are on the 14th. The Vegeta family and Goku family skill orb event is tonight. Now this, I'm actually very... Okay, I was blown away by this. Yeah, so this is where the burst mode is going to be. I presume against just Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the adult one. Although I guess it could be mini Daima Goku as well, since they're both here on the stage. So, I mean, we'll see which one it's going to be. Yeah, here's this event right here. We could take a look at who's here. Oh, it's not... They put this in the data, but it's not... Okay, so because we're going to be fighting the new characters, the new LRs. UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta will be in here. So that's why they're not in it yet. Okay. We got a half-complete data download. How good, how good, how good. How good. All right, so we have that. Okay, yeah, so this is actually good news. This is the Vegeta family category equips that are right here. And I at first, I thought that nothing of this. I thought that these are mostly like Whis event equips and shit like that. But apparently not. Because this is the Vegeta family section of the equips. You know, Global hasn't had the data download yet. So these are the equips for the event. I mean, I'm pretty excited because you quite literally... Oh, this is a 4 and a 4? We've never been able to get these before. Oh my god. Whew. Dude. I'm ecstatic about this. Like, we can't get these anymore. The Whis event doesn't drop these anymore. These additional and dodge equips. A 3 and a 3, we could use that. Let's look at gold. I mean, this is interesting because this is just the category Super Battle Road equip right here. Which, oh yeah, but that one, that's already, yeah, that's because it literally is. It was already in here. Okay, my bad. Holy fuck, dude, we're gonna be able to get a 6 additional 5 dodge from this skill orb event for real? Huh. I mean, if this is the case, I'm skeptical. We'll see. But I will be over the moon if we're able to get, like, equips like this. Bro, 6 additional 5 dodge? Are you kidding? Dream equip. 5 additional 6 dodge? Bro, please. Right? Kidding me? So, alright, we'll see. That could be really good because Vegeta family and Goku family, I mean, are monster rosters of characters. Think about all the Goku family and Vegeta family EZAs coming up, right? Int Majin and Vegeta, Tech Pan, Tech Bardock, Tech LR, Gohan and Goten, right? And then there's numerous other ones. 23rd World Tournament Goku is coming up. Dokkan Fest God Goku is coming up. In Super Saiyan 4 Goku might, we're talking like, could he EZA during the anniversary, right? Now you want to talk about, like, if they wanted to make this data download good, by the way, that's what they would have did. Right here. This guy's EZA would be sitting here right now. If they wanted to, like, get butts in seats, they EZA him right today. Like, he would be coming out in 4 hours or whatever the fuck. When is it? Yeah, 4 hours. If they wanted to go hard, he EZAs tonight. And he's top 3 in the game. That is shit. That would have people losing their minds. And then he'd be a great partner with the new LR coming out in a couple of days. Boom. Cinema, right? So, okay. All right, so there's that. Remember, this is going to be the burst mode right here. One of the stages in this. This is not even in the data, really. It's like here to pretend it's in the data. Let's look at this fight. So we fight them in a row. It's probably not going to be anything super crazy. They're going to have the same mechanics that they did previously. So, considering beat it in 4 turns and no items, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be very difficult. I don't think so at all. All right, so there's that. We looked at those boys. Yeah, so chat, I mean, this is not looking like a strong data. This is looking like, bro, one of the worst anniversary data downloads I could think of in years. Because, I like to be reasonable, right? So what we would do is we would think about, okay, like 10th anniversary clears by miles with they were spamming EZAs, right? So these are the part 1 LRs right here, these 3. And here's the part 2 LRs. We had 6 EZAs in between. 6. The Namek ones. Now, to be fair, you could very easily say, if you really wanted to not be generous, you could say 5 of the 6 did suck ass, and only Int Buhan was good. But, I mean, I would consider myself a Namek, Goku, and Frieza defender once we got the content they were made for, a festival and those 10th anniversary red zones. I hate Gogeta and Vegito, though. And Janemba, I didn't get much use out of him, but a lot of people were saying he was good all year. Buhan is universally regarded as great, though. But even if we go back to the 9th anniversary too, right? Look at this. So yeah, so here's part 1 LR. And then we have 4 EZAs. Now, the band units, they're whatever. Broly and Lemo ended up, I mean, I'd love to hate on them, but they ended up being a very useful EZA for a long time. And then this EZA, they were great, right? They both came out before the part 2 LRs, which is the Gammas and Beast. So, I mean, all we got to do is look at the last 2 anniversaries, 1-to-1 comparison, and you could see that it doesn't make any sense. There's no EZAs this week. And even if they do drop a million EZAs next week and stuff like that, that'll be good for the celebration as a whole, but it still goes, what are we doing on this week exactly? I don't really understand what they're going for here. They want people to hate on Daima even more, dude. All right, so let me know what you guys think. We got, honestly, only a very small... So, what is actually dropping tonight? So, we have, I mean, I guess so it's Burst Mode, the Tamagami event, and the Orb event is it. Yeah, that's not going to be very much. So, all right, let me know what you guys think. I will see y'all when the Tamagamis drop later on.